Hello and welcome to the Maps UK Group Stadium, here for a match between Stockton Town and Stocksbridge Park Steel. It's looking like it'll be a good match here. Stockton are one of the most informed sides in the league against a Stocksbridge side who have been performing well and won their last game. So we are just less than 5 minutes away from kickoff. And I will let you know what the teams are now. So let's go through the team for Stockton first, the home side. So number 1 is Callum Roberts. Number 2, Lewis King. Number 3, Dan McWilliams. Number 4, Nathan Mulligan. Number 5 and captain today is Adam Nicholson. Number 6, Tom Coulthard. Number 7, Kevin Hayes. Number 8, Shane Henry. Number 9, Jamie Owens. Number 10, Liam Cook, and number 11, Mikey Roberts. So for the Steels today, the team is number 1, Ed Hall. Number 2, Jordan Lemon. Number 3, Michael Trench. Number 4, Sam Finlaw. Number 5, Lee Cooksey. Number 6, Reece Fielding. As the players start to come out, we'll continue with the team. Number 7, Curtis Turner. Number 8, Ross Goodwin. Number 9, and captain today, Luke Mangum. Number 10, Josh Nodder. And number 11, Nathaniel Crofts. So that is your teams today. Just to let you know, on the bench for Stockton, they are fielding a smaller than usual bench with Nathan Steele, Dale Mulligan, Jonathan Franks, and Sam Conway. On our bench, it's just the one change in our bench compared to the no changes in the first team. Number 12, Scott Lurven. Number 14, Alex O'Connor. Number 15, Robert Ludlam. Number 16, Liam McFadden. And number 17, and the assistant manager, Andy Ring. So we are 3 minutes as the handshake start here. So this will be a tough test for our Steels today up here at Stockton Town. You may remember the opening fixture of the game was this. It was Stockton's first game at this level. A great game, even though it was a 0-0. Both sides had chances, but two very strong defences. As here today, though, Stockton come in great form. They have not won in 7 games. Sorry, that's my team sheet going flying. We're in. So I'll have to come up with some alternate way of holding this. And my phone is somewhere. Sorry, everything's got a bit tiny wrong there.
Is it your phone again?
Yeah, it's my phone again. We've had a very friendly welcome up to Stockton here as we prepare for this game. As I was saying before, everything started flying around. Stockton are one of the most informed sides in the league. They're third most informed, only behind Mask and Liversidge, and we all know how good those sides are. Elsewhere, they have not lost in the last 7 games. They're just coming off the back of 2 matches against Hebburn, one in the league, one in the Durham Challenge Cup. That last game being a 2-1 win for the home side. Sorry, it's a bit wet on my seats here, and my notes are all soaking, so it's all going very, very well here as I try and tuck some of these notes behind me, ready for the game as the players start to move into position. Hopefully you can all hear me clearly as there's a bit of a hubbub as before the game starts. As someone's trying to sneak past me now. Oh. I'm just in the middle of the stand. Just to let you know, I'm in the middle of the stand here at the Maps UK Group Stadium. So you may hear some people just walking past me from time to time. This isn't the Premier League. We don't have dedicated press areas at this level for the most part. The referee for today's game will be John Mulligan as Stockton's get ready to take the kickoff here in what will be a very exciting match as we look forward to. I've not heard of Plastic Wallets, Rich. No, I've definitely not heard of them. As we just Stockton stand over the centre circle here as we wait for the referee's whistle to begin this game. As it looks like a very attacking. Just to let you know, there's 5 Stockton players on the halfway line, and the game has started. And we go back to the defence, and Mangum closes it down right away as it goes to their number 3, Dan McWilliams, and a big boot forward for Stockton. It's headed towards centrally, and that is Jamie Owens who passes that on, but it's intercepted by Stockton and cleared. And a counter-attack is started here. There's not a hit on to Mangum. Mango's cleared, but it's offside.
Nice to see you away.
And that, Mangum does finish that in the end, but that could have been a very early goal there. Close offside decision, but probably the right decision in the end. Thanks, Richard, for getting me a plastic wallet for future games. Yeah, you're not going to get all my notes today because I had to bury them behind me for the second. So yeah, so some early action then, as Stocksbridge almost caught Stockton on the counter attack there, but the offside flag defeating them here on this 3G pitch as the goalkeeper Callum Roberts hits big boot forward, but Cooksy's the one onto that. Now Stockton on attack there, some good passing play there. Goes to their right wing as Lewis King overlaps. Big cross in there, and it's headed back out by Fielding, and it is going to be what appears to be a attacking throw-in that is quickly taken and down to King on the right-hand side. Kind of cuts in, cross in centrally, but Cooksey is there, and it's a big header out. Goes back to the Stockton right winger, cross in, and it loops, and Hall claims that, and the attack is over for now. As Hall throws it out right to Cross. And it takes a lovely touch to Mangum. Mangum passes it forward right to Goodwin on this right wing here. He's just been stood up right now as he waits for the overlap. Doesn't get past it to Cross, who knocked it on, but that is the Stockton central defender collects that, and it's going to clear that up. But it goes right to Cooksey on the halfway line. Tries to hit down the channel. It's cleared out of the way by the number 11, Mikey Roberts, and it's a throwing about halfway through the halfway line for the Steels. It's a very foggy day here, up here in Stockton. Game is still on, unlike our reserve match, unfortunately, as Lemon has a big long throwing in there, headed away, and it's eventually cleared by Mulligan. And it's on their right wing now as they clear it forward, and good chance here for their number 10 as he takes a very lofted touch, and he passes it back and it misses Kevin Hayes, and now Stocksbridge on the attack. It's a big boot forward up, headed away by Nicholson. And that is Turner Mangum trying to collect it, but his touch is too heavy and it goes back to their goalkeeper. Now with Dan McWilliams on the left, as his pass goes right to Finlaw. And Stockbridge can start up again as he passes it to Turner, through to Cross in a central position here. Just having to turn a few times to try and find some space for himself. Beats his man here. Cross with a good time, space opening up, takes a shot, it's deflected, and it's going to go wide for a corner. Cross there using a bit of his pace and trickery there to get some space for himself. And now a good opportunity for Stocksbridge as they have the set piece here on the 3rd minute. It's currently 0-0 here at the Max Group UK Stadium. Stocksbridge here in the all-red outfit as they're attacking left to right. Stockton are attacking right to left in a yellow shirt, blue shorts, and yellow socks. So here at the corner flag here, we wait for the cut to be taken. So yeah, as you may know, Stockton have a 3G pitch. Stocksbridge typically don't have a good record on these pitches. Obviously, the last match we had on the 3G was at Stockton Town, where we lost 3-2, but Stocksbridge do train on a 3G pitch as this corner is now swung in and then headed straight back out by Mulligan. So it's the second corner in a row for the Steels. And it's Goodwin taking it. I can't really see because of the fog that side. It's a big lofted cross right into the centre. Misses everyone and it's just about cleared. And now Coulthard will clear it, and that's hitting the top of the stand I'm in. So that's going to be a throw-in for Stockbridge here on the right-hand side, closer to me. As Lemon looks, plenty of space happening, so it looks like John Lemon's going to send one of his typical long throws in. We know that they can cause a lot of trouble in the box. As these, I can even see Nodders trying to create some space for him. Mangum cuts forward, but no, it's a big long throw in towards Goodwin. He loses that header battle and goes right back out for another throw-in to the Steels. As Lemon takes it quickly this time to Nodder. Gets tackled and now booted out, but it's going right to Fielding, who's bouncing under. Actually, he's going to heads it away, thankfully, as some Stockton players are advancing on him, and Trench has sent that ball forward, only for it to be cleared right back. And actually, Stockton with an opportunity on the right wing here, but Fielding knocks it back to Hall, and Hall clears, and that's out for a throw-in to Stockton on the far right-hand side in their own half. So, well, thank you very much for the compliments on the chat so far. Well, hopefully that this one will go well and we won't have the battery die 5 minutes before the end like last time. So as Stockton here with a good opportunity here with a throw-in of their own in the Stocksbridge half. Sends it right to that corner flag there, and it's cleared back out to them. Sorry, I can't see the number very clear because of the fog, but it's a big boot in, and that is cleared by Goodwin, and it goes to Cross, and a counter-attack starts. Here, well, he looks at Goodwin, he's just beaten his man there, goes to Nodder, appeal for offside, not given. Nodder on the left-hand side, being forced wide. Nodder beats his man, good opportunity for a cross here for Nodder. Nodder cross it in, oh, just before it gets to Cross, and it goes to Mangum, but he scuffs his shot, and that is wide for a goal kick. Got Mangum, the leading goal scorer of Stockbridge, you'd think he'd have snapped at that opportunity. But unfortunately, he just can't get his feet under it, and he bounces that wide. But a great break from Stocksbridge, and they're showing that actually that this counter-attack could be very, very good for them, because as they've had a couple of opportunities, Stocksbridge, just to say, in the opening minute, had the ball in the back of the net, but it was offside, and I think it was probably the right decision. I know the Steelers have been a bit hard done by some decisions today, as that goal kick is taken by Callum Roberts, the former Preston goalkeeper. And it's a bit of an aerial battle in the middle, but Stockbridge have won that as they try and knock it forward. But again, it stays in the air, and the number 5, Nicholson, the captain, Mr. Stockton himself, clears it. And now, after a bit more head tennis, it's going to go out. Well, no, not for a throw. It is eventually for a throw-in. It was going to go out for a throw-in towards Stocksbridge, but fair play to Mikey Roberts, who works very hard to knock it off Lemon and get a throw-in for the home side. And Stockton here a chance to build themselves. It's the 6th minute here, and it is 0-0 between the Anchors and the Steels. As the throw-in is taken, it's passed back to McWilliams. Now it's passed up to Dent and it's gone all the way back actually now eventually to Roberts. And the attack will start from the defence here with Coulthard. Just like Nicholson at Coulthard, proper rock-solid defence for Stockton there. As a big foot forward actually gone to the left wing there. He's missed a couple of headers. Clip forward for number 8, Shane Henry. But that clips well over everyone and the top of the bar. And it's a goal kick to Stocksbridge here on the 7th minute, 0-0 between Stockton and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Stocksbridge looked to follow up a great result last week, 1-0 against Ossett. Ossett, we've just obviously seen the news coming out there that their manager Wayne Benn has been sacked after a 3-1 defeat at home to Pontefract yesterday. Some shocking news considering how well they were doing early in the season, as Hall now kicks that ball to the middle, and Stockton win that header, but it goes right to Cooksey, who's a big boot forward, and that's back to Stockton, who plays a big boot forward. And that's beaten all our defence, but also all their attackers, and Hall's going to gather that on the edge of his area. But Stockton, as I said before the game started, they are one of the informed sides in the league, no loss in the last 7 games, and that loss was against Liversidge, and Liversidge have been so good this season, you don't really want to count it. As Hall gives that big boot up again in the air. You can't seem to beat Nicholson in the air today. He's been up there every single time as Stockbridge retain the ball and will lose it there in the midfield after balls, and it's going to be gathered by Henry there, and actually a little nickel on him there, and the free kick basically right in the middle of the halfway line for the Anchors. So can Stockton build an attack here? It's going to be a test of Stockbridge this. Against, again, one of the most informed sides in the league. It'll be Mulligan. It looks like it's going to be a big boot forward for Mulligan. And he'll aim it towards the far right-hand post. Headed inside the box there, but it's going to go out tamely for a goal kick. Here. So yeah, if you remember the last game here, it was the opening game of the season. Obviously, we were all very excited for it considering the break we've all had from football all the way back in August. It was a very entertaining game despite being the 0-0. My main memory from it, to be honest, was, of course, Liam McFadden's fantastic game saving challenge in the second half. But Stockton will probably ruin their missed opportunities in that game, as they had hit the bar very early on in that game. It could have been very different had they scored that. And right now, we've just seen the ball go out for a throw into Stockton deep in their own half. So we'll just see what happens in there. So hopefully this commentary is coming from fine to you as we still iron out many of the technical issues we're having as we start this. Stockton get the ball up high up the field, but it is now cleared. And it's Stockton trying to haul it down on the right wing. I believe that was Kevin Hayes there, who is going to be a danger for the Steel's defence all day. But he can't, and now it's a throw into Stockton, and that's a Trench tries to lob it forward, and he's headed out now for a Stockton throw as we have a battle of the throw-ins here. So, yeah, thank you to everyone who's listening. I can see quite a few of you are listening right now. Stocksbridge get the ball back and try a stack, but Mangum miscontrols it. I believe that's Mangum anyway. It's odd. Oh, it's Nodder, actually. Oh, Cross actually got a challenge in there quite far upfield, but they do manage to retain possession as Henry boots it up. Takes a bit of a deflection in his pass, but it does end on the right wing with Kevin Hayes. Kevin Hayes is going to run at Trench here. He gets into the box. Low cross, blocked by Cooksey, out for a corner to Stockton. So Stockton showing some danger there. They've got some great attackers, Stockton, with, the likes of Kevin Hayes and Jamie Owens and Mikey Roberts. They are going to be a dangerous side. They've been showing it. They put 4 past Hebburn last week, and they'll be hoping to do a similar today. I'm just trying to see who's taking the corner for Stockton. Can't really tell. Wouldn't be able to tell you anything about him other than he's wearing a yellow shirt with the fog here today. As it's a big boot right into the Dane 6-yard box, header up by one of the Stockton defenders, but eventually Hall does claim, I think that was Coulthard with the header on there. Their defenders are dangerous from corners. Just like Adam Nicholson, their captain, who's made over 400 appearances for Stockton, and if he scores today, it'll be his 100th goal for the Anchors. So he'll definitely be looking to get on the score sheet as Hall takes a big kick up. And it's again a bit of a head tennis, but Stockton win that battle and get it onto the ground. And they aim it towards Hayes, but Hayes can't get his feet onto it, and it's a throw-in to the away side. So we are just waiting here for the throw-in to be taken. Trench there. We're going to aim it well up pitch, and it's a lot of head tennis happening today as it happens again. And Stockton do seem to win in most of these battles, but this time actually Turner gets his feet onto it and hooks it up, only for Stockton to get their heads onto it again. Honestly, it's just a game of headers right now in the midfield. Not much football being played on the deck at the moment. Stock's trying to restart the game, but Stock's putting some pressure on that defence. Goes back to their keeper, and he takes a big boot up. There's going to be a jostle there. Cooksey seems to win that battle, but it goes to Stockton, and Kevin Hayes on the right now has it. And he's going to run at the defence. To, I believe, Jamie Owens there. Centrally back to Hayes on the right. As he's going to run into the box now. Beats Trench there and turns in, but his next cross is blocked. Back to the Stockton, another cross makes way in, but that's blocked again. Back to Stockton on the edge of the area. Little nibble at him, but no free kick given. And it goes to turn, and Liam Cook hits that high and wide in what was a good opportunity for the home side. The Anchors there, still 0-0 here at the Max UK Group Stadium. Good opportunity there. Good play from Stockton. They're showing their danger. They're showing that they're a talented side here, but thankfully for the visitors in this occasion, we are not punished by Liam Cook, the brother of Callum Cook, if you don't know, for the Bradford City midfielder. As Ed Hall prepares to take that goal kick. Sorry, I don't want to Stockton fans actually ask me if that was the truth, but yeah. Hopefully, that's if the Stockton website is correct. As Hall has a big boot up the field there, aimed towards Mangum, but he loses that, and now that's a clearance from Coulthard. And he's out for a throw-in just inside the Stocksbridge half for the Steels. There's, I think we're trying to wait for to get the ball back here. I'd say it's quite difficult to look at this opposite side at the moment because of the fog that's rolling in. I've seen a few games called off today because of this fog, including our reserves match. As Trench takes a few yards extra than he probably should have, and in that ends at one of their defenders and it's cleared out. Okay, looks like the referee's giving a decision there. I think it might be a free kick to the Steels or Stockton. Looks like throwing actually. So it's difficult. It's great. Second day doing the commentary, and we've got a foggy game to deal with. Always fun. Always a challenge you got to deal with. It's another throw-in. It must have gone out as Trench takes another long one, and it's again headed back out. But this time, the player whips it in, and it is claimed by Callum Roberts at the end. And it was a cross or shot somewhere in between. Bit too quick for anyone really to do anything but the goalkeeper to claim it. As it's now booted out that by the goalkeeper. And it's going bang and bounce right out for another throw-in. I don't know if if there's any betting available on this game, but trust me, if you've got over and under on throw-ins, you're probably going to have to bet over if you want to get any money out of it. As the ball is played right back to Ed Hall here, who is just going to stick with it for a while. Takes a big boot forward, but it's going right to Lewis King there, who takes a try and find Kevin Hayes. Kevin Hayes just about gets a touch onto it. He's beaten right. Is there a handball there from Finlaw? That's what the home fans are claiming, but the referee isn't giving it. As the clearance just about goes back to Stockton here, and they're going to carry on the attack, but he's been dispossessed there by Finlaw. Back to Trench, down to Finlaw, and he's going to carry the ball out right to Nodder here on the left wing. And he's going to get to Mangum. Can Mangum hold the ball up? Lovely pass here to Goodwin. Good attack here is Lemon on the right wing here. Lemon clips it in, headed away right as before it got to Mangum, and it's a corner kick. Well, actually, no, it's not going to be close. It's going to be a throw. You're going to bounce a bit awkwardly. Welcome to the 3G pitch, and it's an attacking throw-in here for Stocksbridge. As now it's on Nodder with the left-hand side. He tries to beat his man. Gets to the byline. Cross is blocked out and just about cleared away. And now Stockton are going to try and return his possession here with Fielding. Cleared back up and headed away by Stockton. And then booted back by Stocksbridge. And it's another throw-in here on the right-hand side. It's 15 minutes gone in this game. It's 0-0 between Stockton and Stocksbridge. Just letting you know, The next game for the Steels will be a home match against Sheffield FC, our local North Derbyshire rivals there. It will be on the 27th. It's our food bank drive game, so we ask that you bring any food you can to help Stocksbridge Food Bank out. As right now, it's just a bit of a tussle in the midfield, but Stocksbridge have won that, and Finlaw's passed it to Turner. Now it's gone to the left wing with Nodder. As Nodder beats his man, Turner's running on the left, but Nodder's going to go on his own here as he tries to run on, and his cross is eventually blocked and out for a throw-in. Good run there. And Stockbridge have a throw in a good attacking position here. We know Trench can do a good long throw if given the space. On that side, I'm not sure what space there is on that far-hand side. Fun to get his run up. And he's going to go it short anyway to Turner. Back to Trench then, to Crofts there, to Finlaw. Just passing it back outside the box here, to Lemon on the right-hand side. He cuts in the middle. Lemon looks like he's going to have a go here. He does, it's blocked. And Stockton now gather, and they're going to have a counter-attack of their own. That is stopped by Cupsey, who trips up Owens, but the quick free kick's on here actually, as McWilliams is going to have it on the left-hand side. He's going to hold it. He's waiting for the overlap by Thing, but he actually passes it inside to back to McWilliams. He's going to take the cross, but that is blocked there, and it's gone to Turner, who's going to take the big boot forward, and that is aimed at no one in particular. Yeah, except Mangum's almost wins it there actually off Nicholson. Nicholson's going to carry it forward and swing it right out to the right to Kevin Hayes, who's got plenty of space to work with. Here, as he runs at Trent, he's cutting on the inside, takes a shot with his left, blocked there by Fielding, and it is out for a corner kick to Stockton. So, another good opportunity there. See, it seems like a lot of the breaks from this game, well, a lot of the chances from this game are coming from the breaks. Both sides have pace on the wings here and are looking to make the most of it. As we have a corner here on what is the right-hand side here of the goal for Stockton. 0-0 here after 17 minutes in this game. So we're going to just wait here as wait for this corner to be taken here. We'll see how good it is. It is going to be looped in. It's a very high corner to looks the penalty spot area, but it's headed by Stock player. It goes out, and they've gathered the ball here with Cook, and Cook tackles out, and it's going to be a corner this time on the left-hand side here, as the anchors continue to pile the pressure on the visitors here as they look for the opening goal here in this game. So, looking like it's going to be a very, very busy game in this one here. Still 0-0 though, as we wait for this corner to be taken. There's about 3 players back for Stockton. They're looking like they could do a short corner scene, and Stockbridge are ready for it, but the cross goes in anyway, and it's missed everyone. It's been miskicked there, the Stocksbridge clearance, which almost creates an opportunity, but now it is with Crofts, who is doing a little amazing run, but it's going more backwards than forward. Back to Fielding, who does the big boot forward, and that is headed down by Goodwin, who knocks it down to Nodder, who tries to get it through to Mangum, but that is well cut out by Coulthard. I don't think you're going to be able to play many clever tricks on this defence. They've been playing together for 8 years now, this technical defensive partnership that Stockton have. And they've now gathered the ball, and it's going to go back to their goalkeeper here on the 19th minute here. So he's going to kick that up. Callum Roberts there. It's aimed, and Cooksy's a bit of wrestling there by Cooksey, and that leads him to win the header. But then it's going right back by a Stockton clearance. And Hayes, who's now on the left wing, wins that battle with Jordan Lemon before Lemon actually gets his own tackle in, and now it's another throw-in to the anchors. Yeah. So it's a good game looking like. We haven't had a real clear-cut opportunity yet. Stocksbridge did have one in the back of the net, but that was after an offside call. Here, as the ball played centrally, it's plenty of space for the number 4. He's played it out to the right, but he's cut out very well by Michael Trench, and now he's got Mangum there. Stockton appealing for the offside, and he gets the offside decision there. I didn't really see where Stockton was, where Mangum was, where the ball was played. So I'm not sure if that was the correct thing, but none of the Stockton players are arguing about it, and I think they probably would if it wasn't. So, but we will see on this. We will probably see in a replay maybe from the Stockton guys as we wait for a free kick just inside their own half. So Stockton, it looks like they're going to play this forward in a big way. Stockton appear to try and make opportunities at every opportunity. We'll just see if he can manage it. It's Coulthard over the ball here, as many of their players have pushed up. It's a diagonal ball aimed towards McWilliams. Nodder tries to cut it out. He doesn't, but it goes out for a throw-in anyway on this left-hand side, and Stockbridge will be able to retain possession with this one. So, it's doing something that we've caused a bit of a stir on the Twitter this week. You may know if on our Twitter we like to pass a bit of trivia on about the hometown, and we didn't go for the usual Stockton trivia, which is that they have the widest high street. In fact, as we were welcomed here by a flag that has it's right next to me here. That says Stockton Town High Street. It's bigger than yours, which is going to be one of the more unique football chants you'll probably get. The thing that caused our stir, as Stocksbridge now have a throw in the Stockton half, is of course the fact that the controversial dig, as it turns out, as I look more into it, about they're finding a hippopotamus tooth up here that's 125,000 years old. Apparently, I've been told by the Stockton media team, even they didn't know about the most northerly hippopotamus in the world. As that throw in there is cut out by Stockton, and it's currently with Mikey Roberts, who gets fouled by Nodder there, and it's a free kick to Stockton. So yes, so we've caused a bit of a stir on social media with that, and hopefully a bit of fun being had between us and the Stockton media staff, which is always great. One of the great things about non-league football is obviously that the good rapport you have with every team that you go to, and even the ones your rivals, you tend to have a decent laugh with, rather than a professional game where it can always get a bit aggressive. But here is why I can feel confident being surrounded by Stockton fans, and when I shout, when hopefully Stockton score later, there won't be too much of a negative reaction towards me. As we go to this, another game of boots, big boots forward, and it ends up with Ed Hall in the net for Stocksbridge. So it's 22 minutes gone. It's currently 0-0 here between the two sides. Hall's going to boot that ball forward. It's aimed towards Turner, but it's won by Mulligan. But there's a tackle on Owens there, and Stocksbridge have it in a good position here as Nodder tries to pass it back, but his pressure on him works, and now Stockton have the counter-attack. And Kevin Hayes on the right here. There's a big side and tackle that there's advantage being given for. Hayes cuts in, shoots, got a goal! You sometimes have to respect the goal of the away side, and that was fantastic from Kevin Hayes. I imagine the Stockton fans that far wasn't given. There was a siving challenge on one of their players where the free kick could have been given. Instead it was played on. Gone to Hayes on the right wing there. He cuts in with the left-hand side. Big boot. And on the 22nd minute, Stockton have taken the lead here. 1-0. Before he does that every week, as I look to work out how to correct this scoreline on our graphic. So yes, that is now 1-0. You have to look, even as the biased away commentator here, you've got to respect a fantastic goal when it happens. Hayes in the fog there, emerging out of the fog. There isn't currently an injury. That's why we've got a bit of a stoppage here at the moment. As I told you, there was a siving challenge. Didn't see which player it was. I'm just waiting to see if there is a booking. It probably would have been deserved on that. But yeah, so it's played to Kevin Hayes on the right-hand side. Great ball to Hayes. Acres of space. He cuts in and he smashes it with a goal, which I don't think Hall would have had much chance with. So it's 1-0 to Stockton here. As I try to get this graphic working. Sorry, it's just working a system I'm not too familiar with. And as it just seems to change it to 1-1 or 0-0, so we're going to just delete them. So yes, so it's 1-0 now to Stockton. The game has now resumed as Stocksbridge try to look for to get the game back, but Stockton clear as it goes into the right-hand corner. And that ball is going dangerously towards me and my 30-pound microphone. If that hit me, I would be invoicing the club, I will tell you. There's a throw in here. Jordan Lemon has it on the right-hand side. And Lemon here will Stocksbridge up to try and get right back into this now, losing 1-0 on the 22nd minute. A goal from Kevin Hayes here, but the ball is quickly dispersed, and Jamie Owens is going to start another counter. I can see the number 9, now it's Kevin Hayes again. Clips it across, but this time Cooksey is able to intercept, and Stockbridge are playing the ball out and getting the ball out there. So we see Goodwin there. Now to Turner, who is barged there, but he's just about keeps the possession, and it's down back to Cooksey in central defence. Big boot forward, aimed towards Mangum. Mangum tries to get it. Ooh, bounces awkwardly there, he almost gets the hang of it, but Stockton, get hold of the ball, and it's now back with McWilliams, who's going to pass it forward there to, and Lemon leaves his feet in there with Mikey Roberts. The fans are not happy around me, but no booking decision is made as we wait for Lemon's customary booking of the day. We will have to wait a bit further. He may have got away with one just about there. As there's a free kick just inside the Stockton half, which McWilliams is going to take. Yeah, it is going to be one. I believe Stockton will have their highlights out. Unfortunately, our camera crew not here today, but Stockton will have their highlights. We'll share them when they're available. As McWilliams takes a big boot forward, but that is headed away by Fielding. And Stockton, a big high foot there from Goodwin, and a free kick has been given to Stockton because of the high foot. He did get onto the ball, hit the king, didn't enter anyone, but that is, and now Stockton have a free kick in a dangerous position here on the 26th minute. 1-0 to Stockton, the home side here at this point. So it can be taken by Mulligan. He takes a big boot forward, and it's headed back away by Fielding. And falls a bit lucky there for Mangum, who's going to break out with it. Passing it down to Nodder now. Big pass crossfield to Cross. Can Cross hold it down? He does, but it goes on to the left-hand wing. Cross on the left. Can he beat his man? Got 2 men round him, 2 men tackling him, and the 2 men do just about win out as they pass it back to their keeper, and he clears it out. Some very good defence from Stockton there to stop the threat of Crofts, who had a good game on Saturday against Ossett and is hoping to try and get the goal that he just about couldn't get last week. 1-0 to Stockton here as Stockbridge retain possession as they go on forward here. But it's dispossessed, and it's now with Lewis King, who is going to pass this forward, and they have position in the field. As there's a lot more football being played at the early part, and it's sprayed out to the left wing here with McWilliams. He's going forward very well, Williams. He's got options on his left here, but he's going to go on his, he's going to pass it inwards to Mikey Roberts. Roberts cuts in, his shot is blocked, and he's actually gone right to the Stocks player. Here's the post, and Stocksbridge clear it. And it just went around. I think it went to Liam Cook in there, who took that second shot. The clearance was poor, but we are saved by the woodwork on that occasion. As Fielding will head that out. Nodder knocks it down to Crofts, who back to Turner here. As Stocksbridge start their own attack. Good opportunity here. Turner gets it left to Crofts. As he takes a shot himself. What a goal! I believe that was Nathaniel Crofts. The fog is making it difficult, and that is a... If you thought Kevin Hayes was a goal of the season contender, you just look at that one from Nathaniel Crofts. It's a very similar goal, actually, except for he manages just to haul it down from the pass, and he just hits it right into the top corner here, and it is 1-1 on the 28th minute. Here, fantastic goal, really not out of much, some decent passing play, and Stocksbridge, the Steels are right back in this game. As I think one of the fans just going, not as good as ours. One for you to debate later on, after you see the goal. Nathaniel Crofts. At least I'm hoping that's Nathaniel Crofts. No, I've told one of the secretaries about it. Yes, on the end. Okay, so sorry, I'm just helping out the secretary with the name Nathaniel Crofts. But fantastic goal there from the winger there. Great goal. Hopefully you'll be able to see it with the fog here, as the fog it does appear to be getting a bit deeper here. Stocksbridge back on the ball here, some good passing play. Can we get a quick fire double and take the lead here? As Finlaw sprays this out to the left. Mangum, great touch, gets into the box, left. Oh, and he miscues what would have been a great pass in right clear for Crofts, but unfortunately not able to do it on that occasion, and Stockton are able to clear. 1-1 here, 29 minutes gone. 2 fantastic goals in this game. Kevin Hayes with the first one. Fantastic one. Great run, great cut in, great goal. Crofts here just summoning a bit of magic out of nowhere to equalise. That is the sort of player he is, though. And the sort of player Kevin Hayes is, actually, as well. Stockbridge here have another great attack. Bit of a handball, I thought, there from Mangum, but he plays it forward to Crofts. Cross cuts in. And gathering a bit of tussle with their number 5. And Nicholson there actually wins out. Passes back to their goalkeeper. And it's cleared. Crofts there could have had an opportunity for his second. Just about couldn't get out of his feet. So, great game so far. Great game so far. 1-1 between the two sides. Both Stockton currently in 5th spot. I haven't checked the table here to see if they are still in 5th spot. So, just have a quick check on the table for you now, just so you can see where it is while there is a bit of a break in play. Stockton are remaining in 5th. There's actually Cleethorpes actually losing just above them, so there's an opportunity there to advance there. Stockbridge remaining in 9th place. 2 games off today with various reasons. Obviously, 1 game played last night, 1 off because of the floodlight issues. Stockton here have a free kick into their own half. So we'll just see as Lewis King prepares to take that. Big boot forward, and that is headed down by one of the Stock players, but now Mulligan claims that, and now they have but eventually it goes to Cooksey, and he clears it. as my hands start to get quite numb in this cold weather we have up here in Teesside today. So it's with McWilliams here on the left-hand side. We're throwing, and it's passed right back to him. So, very friendly up here. I've just been offered a pair of gloves, so that's how friendly we are up in the northeast. We do enjoy our trips to the northeast up here. Stockton continue to pass it around in their defence. Big boot forward as it's looking for Cook, but he is offside. First offside for Stockton in the day. And I say, we've had 2 fantastic goals here in this game so far. One from Kevin Hayes for the home side, one from Nathaniel Croft for the away side. That was Croft's 5th goal of the season. And I think he's one of those players where you have to say he only scores worldies, because and it's also nice that we're going to have one to send to the Northern Premier League for the goal of the month this month. Ross Goodwin coming 5th in the competition, we found out this week, for his goal over not far from here, over in Hebburn. As there's just on the offside, we wait for Hall to take this free kick from the offside. So he's just taking it. He's just deep into our own half here. He's going to take the big boot forward. It's aimed towards Josh Nodder. Can he get the header? No, he doesn't. It's headed out, but that header goes to Turner, and it goes right back to Nodder here. Nodder's going to take the shot here, and it's well saved by Callum Roberts. It was a low, powerful shot, and Roberts has to get down quickly to his left. Very talented keeper, Callum Roberts. Also someone who has got on the score sheet on one occasion. So maybe something to be warned about if we do take the lead and have to hold on to it later on in the game. As it's played around in the Stockton defence at the moment, currently with Nicholson, the club captain. Big boot forward aimed towards Owens, but it's won by Trench, who boots it towards Nodder. As he sends a big ball forward as well, but it's to no one. And Roberts is going to come playing this on the left-hand side. And he's going to pass it essentially across his own box. Richard, I don't know who's updating Twitter because it's only me here today. So, currently with number 6 here, and Coulthard as he kicks it towards that corner, but it's going to go right for Trench there, and he's going to cover it as it goes out for a goal kick. Thank you for everyone who's listening today. Hey, it's obviously great when we do have people listening, and that I'm not just talking into nothingness. And hopefully you will enjoy this commentary for the rest of the day as I will dive into the cafe after this to hopefully to get to charge my laptop, and it won't die before the end like it did last week. If it does, by the way, just like if there is an issue, if this stream suddenly goes off, I will try and get my mobile and finish it through that, like we did last week. Sarah, you should know men can't multitask. So as Hall takes his goal kick, boots it right forward, but it's a boot right back. Cooksey will head it towards midfield, and that is Turner claiming that, and it's back to fielding. It's another boot forward towards Mangan. Can Mangan win it? He doesn't. He heads it back, and Stockton will retain and boot it themselves. As it's a bit of boot it back to each other at the moment. As there's a bit of a tussle in midfield. Stockton win the tussle, and they've got a good chance for attack here as the players advance. To McWilliams on the left. Been very lively today, McWilliams. To Cook on the back to Cook again here. Yeah, he takes it out to the right to Hayes. Hayes with plenty of space here. We know how dangerous he is with space. Takes a shot. It's blocked by his own player there, and the follow-up shot's right at Hall. So yeah, Hayes shot blocked there. Goes right to, I believe it was Shane Henry there. He takes a shot, but he's right at Hall at the goalkeeper. So a good opportunity there. Stockton, some good play. They do come forward in numbers when they attack. It is the 34th minute here, and it's Stockton 1, Stocksbridge Park Steels 1. So we're just going to see this ball go forward now, and Stocksbridge are going to retain that, and Costino to knock it on. It's off. It's handball given, I believe, as we get forward. Oh, it's off. Yeah, offside actually as Nodder tried to knock it over to Crofts, but so that's big route 1 just didn't work there, and it's another free kick this time to the Anchors. So we also say that it's the 34th minute here. We've got 10 minutes left in the half in this game. As I look for things I can shut down to try and save my battery a bit further. And big foot forward, and he goes to that right hand as a fog just seems to be getting a bit deeper here. The goal's still clear, but as Stocksbridge now try to attack here, it's blocked there, and then a throw-in for the Steels on the left-hand side in their own half. So good opportunity for the Steels here to have an attack. We'll see if it will pay off for them. And that throwing back is back to Trench on the left here. And as it goes forward again, but that is a poor pass there, and it's intercepted, and Stockton here will go in the counter-attack with McWilliams on the left. He has Roberts in front of him. To the left, he's got options. He's going to go by himself, and he's cut in there. Roberts with a great shot, just curls just wide. Very, very dangerous. Great opportunity for Stockton to take the lead. All made by McWilliams, advancing from that left-hand side. Had his options. He had a very deceptive pass, which Roberts has cut inside of. Curling shot. Had Hall beat. Also had the far post beat. It's gone just wide. Still 1-1 here on the 36th minute. Here as Hall looks to take it. Just so that you know, Hall is in his grey goalkeeper kit today, and with this fog that is getting a bit deeper here over in Stockton at the Max UK Group Stadium, he's very difficult to see actually. Don't know if that will go in Stockbridge's favour or not, as he takes the goal kick right up, aimed towards Nodder, and he loses on that header, but it goes to Lemon. It's poor touch though, and it goes right into the air and headed back down over Lemon's head. He'll hook it right back around towards Mangum, but it goes right to Nicholson, who heads it down towards Mulligan, and that's a big tackle by Challenger, and it actually almost ended up being a pass for Mangum. And McWilliams will clear that, and as Nodder gets more of McWilliams than he does with the ball, the free kick is given. So it's a free kick here just on the edge of their own area for Stockton, as any potential attack there is cut out by the foul from the winger Nodder, who was hoping to follow. He scored the only goal of the game last week, hoping to follow it up now. Maybe he'll be able to get the winner for us today in this away trip to Stockton. As that is a big boot forward. Tussle in midfield as Finlaw gathers it, sprays it out onto the right wing. It's going to go to Nicholson though. He heads it down and heads it right to Nodder. Touch goes behind him, but he is able to retain possession. Sprays it out right to Mangum on this right-hand wing. Back to Lemon as Stockbridge looks to get some space. Lemon sends it down the right, aimed towards no one in particular. And Nicholson doesn't really have to do anything as it trails out for a goal kick. A good opportunity, unfortunately, wasted. So we wait there. So we're going to have another goal kick here. It's the 37th minute here. It's Stockton Town 1. Stockbridge Park Steels 1. First opening goal was from Stockton as Kevin Hayes with a wonder goal. And then Stockbridge replied with a wonder goal of their own from Nathaniel Crofts. And that's the big boot forward from Hall. It's aimed in the midfield. It's won by Goodwin, who's winning a lot in the air. Mangum's going to just try and hold it on, tussle with Nicholson. And it's going to be a free kick here to Stocksbridge. The referee decides that Nicholson had a bit too much of Mangum there. So becoming quite a fun battle to watch, that one between Mangum and Nicholson. I thought at first actually Finlaw was going to take the quick free kick, but instead Nodder's going to stop on it for a while. See if we're going to get a kick in. We have scored a few goals from crosses in from this sort of distance as a free kick. Though that said, it has been the likes of Roven, who's on the bench today, who's been able to get on the end of those. So Nodder here with this free kick about 35 yards out toward the right-hand side. He's going to clip it in. It's quite low and it's headed out. It's too low there. And we'll see if the ball is clipped back in, but it's not got much power on it. Stockton clear. Right back to Trench, whose clip thing goes right back to the Stockton player. And his clearance is actually cut out by Nathaniel Cross there. Cross on the left-hand side. Single plot to where he scored. Cross is a beautiful clip cross, but that's headed back out by Lewis King, and it's Gavinier on the left-hand side before it goes out for a corner. And Stockton look to clear it away. Aim towards Lemon. It's actually beaten to the ball there by Owens. Pass right back to Owens here on the left wing here. It goes to Roberts, who's cutting centrally here. Right back to the number 4, and then to the 8, and then to Williams on the 3. And he clips it forward, but an offside flag has gone up, and it's a free kick to Stocksbridge. Some good passing there, some very quick passing from Stockton there as they look to create an opportunity. So it's a free kick to the Steels here. 39 minutes have gone in this game. It's currently 1-1 between the two sides. Kevin Hayes scoring the opener for Stockton, and the reply coming from Nathaniel Crofts, 5th of the season. So the free kick just been... Well, it's going to be a throw-in actually there, so Lemon's got the throw-in here on the right-hand side. It's going to be a big long throw down towards Goodwin, as the tactic appears to be. He doesn't win it this time. It's Henry who wins that one, the former Spennymoor man. And there's a bit of a tussle, and it's out for a throw-in, and it's going to be given to Stockton, much to the disappointment of some of the Steels players. So it's going to be back to their number 3. Going to go to McWilliams, who's going to take this throw-in here. One car speeding outside the stadium back in here. And that throw-in goes right back to McWilliams in the end as they look to create the space and go towards the right. It's back to Coulthard here in central defence. Sprays it out right, look, aiming towards Hayes here, the goal scorer, but it's way above him and it's out for a throw-in to the Steels here on the 40th minute. So it's been a good game so far. 1-1, 2 fantastic goals if you've made the trip up here to Teesside today. It looks like a very busy crowd here. Stockton have been getting great crowds all season. Nothing, I've been told before the game, nothing below 400. Been very, very impressive as the throw-in's taken and there's a bit of a tussle in midfield and Stockbridge retaining it for clearance from Stocksbridge. That's clearance. It's going to be chase and it's Fletch. Callum Roberts had to come way out to it so Nodder didn't get on the end of it. And now Stockton, lovely, clever little turn there by Henry as he sprays it out to McWilliams. And now Stockton are on the attack. McWilliams here advances forward. Gets it right to the 11 Roberts. And that going right back to Mulligan. Henry, I apologise there. Right to Cook, who's been pushed very deep back here. But he manages to turn and get round Turner. Some nice passing is attempted there, but Goodwin has intercepted it. It's with Nodder now. And the counter begins as that pass unfortunately deflects just to stop, to put Crofts through. And now Stockton have the ball back here. As it's with Mulligan here. And he knocks it back there to Coulthard. He tries to spray it forward here as it goes to Kevin Hayes on the right wing here. Pass was from Cook there. And Hayes is he's coming advancing. It's a good cross in and it's a good header out by Fielding, who has been rock solid in that defence today. As Crofts tries to hold the ball up here and deep into his own half. But he's unfortunately has to knock it out for a throw into the home side. 42 minutes gone, 1-1 here at the Maps UK Group Stadium. As that throw-in is taken there, and it's with Hayes on the right wing as he looks to try and get past Trench. Trench wins the tackle there, and that ball is cleared, and it's Mangum. His touch is heavy, but he manages to pass it back towards Nodder, but it's out of play, according to the linesman anyway, and it's a throw-in for Stockton there. A bit of a poor mistake from the Steels, which is giving Stockton another opportunity to put a bit more pressure in before the end of the first half. So, as we are about 3 minutes away from the end of the first half, both sides will be looking to try and get that goal right before the end of the half. Here, Stockton here on the attack, and it's Roberts there. Good big cross in, headed back out by Trench. Right back to Stockton though. He tries to take the shot on, but he doesn't. The closing down stops it. And they spray it out to the left to McWilliams here. McWilliams has an opportunity to cross, but closed down. Cross eventually does go into the far hand side. Trench is there and he heads it back out. And it's going to be a throw to Stockton on that far right hand side. So, some good football being played so far. Stockton are putting some good pressure on here, but not creating anything clear-cut. The most clear-cut chance they've had to retake the lead was through Mikey Roberts. Great play, put him through, but he killed it right. And it's actually a good shot here. I can't see who he was there, but the shot from Stockton from the edge of the area is wide of the near post of Hall. Hall didn't have to do much there to stop that going in. So it's goal kick here to Stocksbridge. So the Steels here with their own goal kick here. The pressure relieved for a moment with that quick fire shot. I think it was actually from Shane Henry, I think. So we're going to say it is anyway, just so I look a bit more professional than I actually am. Hall takes the goal kick up forward, and it's aimed towards the left wing here, but it goes over everyone, and now it's a throw into Stockton. A bit poor there, not being able to retain the possession. And now Stockton will get the ball back and try to see if they can build an attack. But some good pressure from here from Stocksbridge as they now retain the ball in midfield. They try to create some space for themselves. Some good breaky play here. Yeah, but they're getting away with it. Getting away with each other. Still end up with the left wing there with Turner, but it actually goes out throwing. A bit unfortunate there, but it looks like Nodder and Mangum got in the way of each other there as they attacked, and neither could really get the attack going like it looked like it could have done early on. Stockton take this long throwing down, and it looked like it was going to actually go all the way through there, but one of their own players knocked it out. I do apologise, I almost deafened you in the car for that goal. Hopefully you only deafened yourself. I was stuck with the fog here. It's actually quite hard to judge the flight of the ball, and it didn't look like it was going in until the very last moment. We'll have to remember, hopefully if we get the winner, I have to pull this mic away to try and stop deafening some of you guys. It's the 44th minute here, as Trench takes this long throw forward. Stockton get their head onto it, and they look clear, and they look like they're going to try and see if they can get the break on here. As Hayes, same session now, good. Finlaw, he's got plenty of space here as he advances forward, passes it to Nodder. Nodder, too much pressure on him, and he's tackled, and he's gone right at Fielding. Fielding takes a big boot forward, it's in towards the left of Crofts. And he's offside anyway, so that's going to be it. 44th minute, we haven't seen any added time on yet. We will see how much we get later on. We'll see how much we get as we get close to half time, and I hope hopefully some place where I can go charge my battery. Otherwise, we are not going to get the full second half here. So we will see what happens for the rest of the game. Aiming 44th minute as it's a free kick deep inside their own half, and that is half time. So it is 1-1 here at the Maps UK Group Stadium. First goal, Kevin Hayes, great run, cuts inside, great goal. Oh, but then if you thought that goal was good, Nathaniel Crofts, he passed to him from onto the left-hand side, takes the touch, he whips it right into the top right-hand corner of Callum Roberts' goal. 1-1 here. We will see you just as the second half starts. Here then, while I go charge this.
Yeah, we look up there.
Okay, sorry, you might have heard some bad noise there while we're starting restart. Sorry, apologies for the technical issues during that half-time break. We went to try and charge my laptop up for a bit to try and get this lasting to the end of the game. It says it might do this time, so the game has restarted currently. So we've just had the second half start. It's 1-1 here currently at the Maps UK Group Stadium here between Stockton Town and Stocksbridge Park Seals in this battle. What is going to likely be for a playoff spot as Stockton currently. The fog is going very deep. I have seen one game already be cancelled because of the fog today, so hopefully that won't happen here. It would be a shame to see those two goals we've seen today chalked off for that, as neither deserve to be. Hopefully you can all listen, and if you're not hearing me, please do tell me, as it should hopefully be working now. So, as the internet is going, it should be going fine now, hopefully. I do. As we have, so just to let you know, we're now seeing Stockbridge attack right to left, and Stockton go left to right. As it's now at the far hand side, which I can't really see that well. It does appear I've got an excellent connection, so it should all be fine. Hopefully you can all hear me I hope to welcome you back for the second half of this game. That's going to we'll hopefully see Stockbridge press forward, and Stockbridge are on the attack as Lemon here in the fog pokes a big long throw out, and it's headed back out. The floodlights have made this fog appear a lot worse, I think, than it is, and hopefully it's actually okay while we're on the pitch. As it's now, as Stockbridge have the ball in the midfield with Turner. Turner takes a lovely touch just to beat his man, and now Finlow will advance it forward. Sprays the ball to Fing, but Nicholson is there to head it away, and Stockton are on attack. And actually, that's a great ball there, but Trench just cuts it out. The press continues from Stockton as it goes out to Hall, and Hall's clearance is not brilliant there. It's going to go right to Mulligan there, as he heads it. Fielding barges into a player during his header, but he wins it, and back to Mulligan. Good crawl across the lower across the box there, and it's cleared, and eventually it cleared again. But it's gone right to their number 8. He sprays it out to McMillan on that left-hand side. McWilliams, And they're going to attack here as he cuts inside. And he's going to stop here for a second as he looks for his options. He's going to knock, I think it looks like knock it to Roberts on this left wing here. As he backs it right back to McWilliams. And that's a big long cross, so it's going to be difficult to track in this fog. Won by the number 7, and it's in! Oh, no. I thought that was certain to go into the bottom corner there. From, I believe that was Liam Cook, who scored his first Stockton goal the other week against Hebburn. And it looked from a lot of people on our side thought that was going into the bottom corner. It was just wide. Just a couple of minutes into the second half. Could hear some of them celebrating already, thankfully for the Steels. It's still 1-1 here at the Maps UK Group Stadium. So as Hall clears it forward. Going right towards Cross, but not the best man to aim a goal kick at, and it's headed back down for Stockton, but Stockbridge have retained possession. I say that, Stockton have it now, and it's a good, lovely little backheel touch there. Now, Owens is running right down this left wing. He's going to try and cut it inside. He's got options running overlapping him, but he uses that. Cuts in, goes it right to Liam Cook. Liam Cook is pressured and tackled there, and now it's gone to Crofts. But he's tackled, he retains it back to Trench. And Trench cuts in to keep it, and he passes it to Turner. Some lovely little touches from Stocksbridge here as they retain possession quite well here. And it's now with Crofts on this left wing. Pressure down on him, but he keeps ball and he's beat the man. And what fantastic play. Back to Crofts, I think passes it to Goodwin. And eventually his pass is blocked and cleared, but some beautiful play from Crofts. I've had some of the fans claim that was a fluke his goal. I'm going to deny that completely. But it's a little bit of a battle in midfield, and it ends up with Mulligan there as it goes across field, and actually that's gone past everyone, and Owens has it on the left there. No advantage given, but we know what happens the last time they didn't get advantage. They got the goal as they just the eventual shot from Owens is dribbles wide in the end, and it's still going to remain 1-1 here at Stockton. So it's and that's what the fans think. So it's a goal kick here for Stockbridge. So thank you to everyone who's listening here today for this game. It's grateful for every listening we have in this match. And we apologise for any of the technical issues during half-time. We know we went into the Stockton room, and I think the tin box blocked our signal. As that big boot up is claimed by Stockton as the... It's not a tin box. I do apologise. It's a metal building. I think I might not be getting good hospitality anymore. It is actually very good hospitality. It's been very well since coming up here to Stockton. It's a fantastic facility. I try and dig my way out this hall. Oh. So yeah, Stockton here have a free kick here just inside their own half. They're putting quite a lot of men forward here. They're a big side, Stockton. They have been winning a lot of the aerial battles currently, and you imagine they're going to bet on trying to win a few more. But they actually play it short here to Henry here, and well, sorry about that. They tried to put a bit of pass, and it doesn't really work out. But it's cleared up forward, and now it's another friend to Stockton as that clearance out. So yeah, Cross is actually having a very good game. He's obviously got that goal, but he's been a lot of clever touches, getting on the ball well. Something obviously his background, as well as being at Sheffield United Academy, was that he played for college in America. And that's all 3G pitches, a lot of those colleges. So maybe compared to a lot of our players who've gone through the English youth systems, more used to the 3G than some of the others. I say that, he could have had the touch onto the ball. It's just gone right through, but it just goes through him. So currently 1-1 here. Looks like you can see the lights from the Sainsbury's across the road. It looks like a sunset there, orange lights at the moment, the way it's filtering through the fog. As a midfield battle is won by Goodwin, goes to Crofts here on the left wing, takes a couple of touches back to Goodwin. His little skewed pass is on right to Nod. It's a great ball. It's a great ball to Luke Mangum here, but he's offside, and it's saved anyway. But he's gone absolutely clear there, Luke Mangum, with the angle of it. I can't tell if it's the right decision there. Big blow because with him cutting in, and it was cutting in what area to be able to shoot on his right foot, and with Mangum's form at the moment, right foot front of goal, it probably would have gone in. But no, Stockton, it's offside, and Stockton have the ball back here. It's a big diagonal ball that is intercepted by Turner, and his pass forward is also intercepted and cleared. As Kays wins a big header forward, but it's ended up with Henry. Now with King, he's going to hit that forward towards Hayes again. Hayes is going to have another tussle with Trench, which he has been winning most of the time, Kevin Hayes. 2 men on Hayes. Back to number 4. It's clipped in, and it's just about headed away by Cooksey. And it's going to the right wing here, and it's cleared by Stocksbridge, but only back to the yellows in the home shirt. Okay, as Stockton rebringing their attack here. Try to pass it round a bit on that left-hand side. And that shot is deflected and blocked, and it's now with Turner onto the right wing as they try to build up some attack. And now Mangum has it. He's going to run at the defence. Cuts inside. Crofts has got beat the marker there. Crofts is clear. Crofts has a chance. Crofts beats. Oh, great save. And it's just about cleared. Fantastic chance for Nathaniel Crofts, but an advancing Callum Roberts makes an incredible save there to stop Stocksbridge from taking the lead. And then the ball looked like it could deflect right to Luke Mangum, but fair play to the Stockton defence there. They were on it, they cleared it, and now it's just a throw in to the away side. Fantastic opportunity, best chance for a goal in the second half. So we've got Lemon here with a throw in on that right-hand side. Okay, they tried to whip that in, but it's blocked, and I'm looking at that flag that I can barely see here with this fog. I'm getting stickier from the fans here in the state. Oh, right. But it's a throw into Stockton. That's what matters in the end. As they look to try and build this attack here. It's a foul on Stockton after the throw in. They've got a free kick inside their own half as they look to relieve some of this pressure the Steels have been putting on them. And so Stockton looking to retake the lead. They took the lead in the first half for a fantastic goal from Kevin Hayes. Nathaniel Crofts could have got his second there. His first was a fantastic goal. Much more difficult than the one he's just unfortunately missed. But looks like this free kick will actually be taken by Callum Roberts, who's very, very high up to take this free kick, actually. So big foot in towards the right wing, towards Jamie Owens here. He's going to be bullied a bit here by Fielding, and Fielding's won that one. Back to Goodwin, and he's passed it to Cross, who tries to hit the ball forward. It's cleared back by Stockton. It's gone all the way back to Cross. He's going to have a little run here before he nets it to Turner, and that's a good tackle and well in by Stockton. And again, Stocksbridge on it. Fielding there again, who has been having a fantastic game. And Stockton look to build another attack here. Owens winning a header well to create some space. And goes on the left wing. I believe it's Mikey Roberts back to Liam Cook. As it's back down here to Henry. Back to Roberts again on this left-hand side. He's cutting inside here. Passes it across the edge of the bar. Gone to Kevin Hayes here on the right. It's a great pass. Kevin cuts in a trench block. They're claiming handball there. But nothing is given. I think it was they claiming handball on Reese Fielding there. I think it was more going to be... I think he kept his arm within his body, which is why the referee has not given that decision. And that... Yeah, there's some mockery happening from the travelling Stocksbridge support of those handball calls. As Hall clears the ball up there, aimed towards Crofts, but the header is won by Lewis King. And throw in here for Stocksbridge as Trench lets it through to Cross. Knocks it on, but it's cleared by Stockton. But as they look to build the ball here from the back here. Big boot forward from the home side. And head back by Fielding into the midfield. And Goodwin's left his foot in on that challenge. So it's now a free kick to Stockton. And I think Stockton are trying to call for the booking here. But none given. The referee has kept his cards in his pocket for now. And the free kick here on the right-hand side, taken by Mulligan. Tries to knock it right into the box here. And it's missing everyone. It's actually gone to the left wing here. Roberts, I think, has claimed this one. It's gone to the byline and it's cleared by Stockbridge just on the byline, out for a throw-in on the left-hand side for the Steels. No, it's still 1-1 here at the game. Crofts had the best chance of the second half as he went absolutely clear. Fantastic save from Callum Roberts, advancing, closed down cross opportunities, showing how good it is. As there, it was offside on the left hand there, as it is that fog is increasing over on that corner over there. Still 1-1 here. I believe we're about 10 minutes in on the 55th minute as Hall disappears into the fog to take this free kick. The score is currently 1-1 here at the Maps UK Group Stadium. Stockton scoring through Kevin Hayes and Stocksbridge scoring through Nathaniel Crofts. As Hall will eventually take this. I can see the ball just about flying on a very foggy day here in Stockton. It's flowing right over there to Mangum, but when it headers won by the Stockton player as the ball bounces favourably to Stocksbridge. I think Nodder there with the shot. Nodder has doubled his tally. It is 2-1 to Stocksbridge with another fantastic goal. I think the fog there is playing his part with it. The ball missing in several plays. It's bounced right perfectly for Nodder, who's taken the shot, clipped it brilliantly into the mid-left of the goal. And the Steels are back from behind and are now leading 2-1 to Stocksbridge here. Yeah, fantastic goals. Great. Fantastic goal there, another great goal. It's a game of fantastic strikes in this one. Joshua Nodder is the goal scorer here with that great goal. Here on, I believe, is the 56th minute. Number 10. So 2-1 here. Can Stocksbridge follow up and they'll be winning against Ossett with another win against Stockton? We'll see 2-1 ahead now as Stockton now have the ball again after the kick-off. So back to their number 2 here, Lewis King. He's going to cut inside, pass it there to Henry, but it's a poor pass. And I think that's some frustration from the Stockton fans having seen their side go up. Now behind, and Trent has the throw-in just inside the halfway line as he looks to take it here. So Trent rights it to Crofts, back to, well, it's actually intercepted there as Stockton look to make their own attack here as Hayes puts it centrally to their number 4, back to Nicholson here as it goes on to this left wing where the visibility is not so great. And it's intercepted there by Turner, and it's going into that far right where there is a foul on Stocksbridge. As they look now to hold on for the next half an hour, and so. Oh. We'll see what happens for the rest of this game. So, currently 2-1 here to the Steels on a away trip. We did know there would be goals here. With these 2 goals here, Stocksbridge have now scored in all of their last 10 games. It's been holding on to leads that have been the issue. There's been a few times Stockton have taken the lead, so Stockton can keep hope in this game. If you are any Stockton fans that are listening to this, I mean, wondering how getting annoyed at the bias here. But Stocksbridge have unfortunately had some problems keeping their leads in some of the last few games, so we will see if they're able to do so. But they did against Ossett. Obviously, Ossett having the big news today that Wayne Bain has been sacked. Do I reckon this game will last? Well, you can see all the corners of the goal, and every time I mention the fog, I'm getting some chuckles from the people around me. I think they're criticising my visibility. So I think it should carry on. It would be crushing, obviously, with a long trip like this when you're 2-1 ahead against a side that has been in such great form like Stockton. And this would be one of the best wins of the season for the Steels, as it's somewhere I played in the right wing that I can't really see what's going off in that corner. And the whistle has gone, and I think that's a free kick to Stockton or a goal kick or something of that sort. What matters is that Stockton have got the ball back with a set piece of their own. You heard it here first. As that's a big boot with the ball going somewhere. It's actually bouncing there, but it's headed back to Stocksbridge player right in central midfield. For Stocksbridge, a big boot into the air where no one can see it, but Nicholson can, and he's headed that back towards the front. Fielding just about gets his head onto that and reclaims possession for the Steels. Bit of head tennis happening at the moment as Goodwin forces the ball forward, and Callum Roberts has to get there, but goes to Cross. Can Cross take the goal? No. Good opportunity for Cross there with Roberts in no man's land, and he's hit that high and wide in the end, the former Toronto winger. So it's a goal kick there, good opportunity for Cross to get his second and really try and put this game without a doubt. So it's now a goal kick here for Stockton. As a keeper, I'll be honest, I can't really see the goalkeeper that well now, and he's in a purple kit. Thanks for the stick there. But if the Stockton guys can see him, that means this game is continuing. As he's evades a few challenges, but he's going backwards at the moment. But he's turned himself around, tries to pass forward. And it's been nicked there by the number 4. Takes a shot, skims just wide. Mulligan there in a rare venture forward for the midfielder. Great pass from Kevin Hayes, nicks it just away from Michael Trench. And that shot is just wide of Ed Hall's far post. Great opportunity for Stockton to equalise. Just about survived on that occasion. So it's still 2-1 to Stocksbridge. I think we're about on the 60th minute here of this game. And it is now a goal kick for the away side as they look to hold on to this lead and make it 2 wins in a row after what was a great win obviously against Ossett last week. This would be a win against an informed Stockton side who have been fantastic over the last few games. Unbeaten for 7, including their cup victory against Hebburn. As Ed Hall takes his time with this goal kick, we'll be biased to say. And he eventually does take the big boot forward and in towards Nathaniel Crofts, and it's won by King there, the header. But that one's one Turner, it's back to Crofts, sprays it onto the right to Nodder. And Nodder eventually evades a challenge and he's offensive forward. Actually, I think that's Turner, actually. And that's to Mangum. Mangum tries to pass it centrally, but it's headed away by Stockton. 2 central midfield there, but good win back by Stocksbridge. But unfortunately, that pass back to Lemon, and Lemon misses it. And it's a throw into Stockton, and they have a chance now to build for their own attack as the home side look to get back into this game. 2-1 down at the moment, Stockton. Here to Stocksbridge Park Steels as they play the ball back to their defence as they look to build here. Big ball, crossfield ball by Nicholson, but Lemon does well to win that and head it. And they're staying down Lemon here actually. And it looks like he might be down and hurt Jordan Lemon. He obviously went out with an injury about 20 minutes into the game against Ossett last week. It was a bit of a surprise to many of us that he did play in today's game as we thought he might miss it. However, it looks like his game could be over here if he doesn't get up from this one, as he took a knock. Nothing in that challenge, just took a knock from the players. He was trying to build the game forward again. So we will just wait to see as we get some treatment here. Obviously, we'll just recap on the game here so far. It is 2-1 to Stockton Park Steels. The first goal was from Stockton. A great ball to Kevin Hayes. He cuts in on the inside. A fantastic shot into the top left corner. Then, on about 10 minutes later, a reply from Stocksbridge. Nathaniel Cross passed the ball right on the left-hand side of the box, takes a touch, clips that right into the top corner. Then the second goal here was from Josh Nodder. The ball just bounced right back to him after a long ball forward. He just hits it perfectly into the mid-left of the goal. And now the Steels are ahead 2-1 as Lemon continues to receive treatment here from our physio, Sam Ewins. So just a reminder of our next game coming up is Sheffield FC on the 27th of December. That is at home at the Eco Power Environmental Stadium. That's the Stocksbridge Eco Power Environmental Stadium, not the newly renamed Doncaster Stadium, which is now also the Eco Power Stadium. That is also going to be our Stocksbridge Food Bank Drive game, so please bring any food you can or money or anything of help to Stocksbridge Food Bank. Try and give some people who have struggled over Christmas some hope for going into the new year, because I know for the last week it has been a bit of a crappy week for a lot of us, so hopefully we can give some happiness to some people on that day. We've raised a lot of money for that so far with the collections we've had at Ossett United so far, and I know our volunteer Colin's been visiting a lot of different games in the local area as well as the disability game to raise money and get some more food in for that match. As Lennon just looks like he's walking off for treatment there. And I get a bit of a laugh by our own committee there. As we wait for this game to restart here. So Ed Hall is just looking like he's going to take this drop ball here as we wait for this game to re-begin. Will mean some added on time after that stoppage, as it doesn't look like there will be a substitute at this time. Lemon looks like he is going to be back on later, so that is good news. Robert Ludlam would be the obvious choice to come on if he would have to come injured. He has played across the defence, Ludlam, over the season so far. Not been playing much recently for the Steels, but would be great to see him back soon. As Hall takes his time here. I think this might come back on the Steels here. Some of this time wasting happening at the moment with some added on time towards the end. And as I've told you earlier, the goalkeeper has scored from a corner from one of those. As that big long ball is knocked on, Mangum did get on the end of that, but it is given offside, and it's now a free kick to Stockton. So we're about probably 60, some time in. I'm not sure what. We're about 20 minutes into this half. Probably around the 64th minute, I would say, in this half. As Roberts takes this ball up, aimed towards the striker here, and Fielding heads it down. And the attack goes on the right-hand side before Stockton clear it themselves. And Fielding wins that battle. Well, actually, no, he doesn't. The referee decides that was a bit too far for Fielding. And it's a free kick and about 40 yards out for the Anchors. We're going to see them build as they have been they have a usual tactic from their free kick. It is usually a big boot in. We'll see if they do go the same here. It looks like they will, about a lot of men forward. That's a great ball in, actually, but it's headed away by Stocksbridge. No, knocked down and then cleared. But it's not cleared very well. It's right to Hayes on this right wing. Hayes is going to cut in. He's going to shoot, but that is screwing high and wide. You can't blame him. He scored one like it earlier, but that time it wouldn't work. As a substitute, actually, that is going to be the end of Jordan Lemon's game, as Robert Ludlam will come on for him. It was his first game in a while. Obviously, the injury for Lemon was too much to overcome for him, and he will go off as Ludlam now is to come on. So that is Ludlam on. He'll be playing it right back. Has normally played at centre back for Stockbridge, but he's a very capable right back as well. As we wait for Hall to take the goal kick. It looks like Hall has absolutely challenged me how much I can waffle on during these goal kick breaks for how much time he's taking. And he'll take this big boot forward. It's aimed towards Nathaniel Cross, and the Cross will chest it down, but it is now won by the Stockton player. There's a bit of a tussle between Croft here, and eventually Croft did foul Hayes. It was Hayes who was battling with, and it's a free kick to Stockton. Tinker is not in the squad today. He is here up in with the rest of the team, but just not in the matchday squad today, Jack Tinker. Not on the bench either, was replaced by Ludlam on the bench. The only change in the matchday squad for the away side. As there's another big boot forward going to come up from this free kick. It's hit right across goal into the fog. It's headed across. It looks like Coulthard's going to try and knock it over, but Stocksbridge clears. We're only to the edge of the box though. Stockton have knocked it back in. Right, very high. And Turner heads it down and it's cleared. And that is a foul on Stockbridge as they try to get the ball out of the area. Obviously, one of the issues with Lemon going off is Lemon is probably one of the best players at gamesmanship in this league. We remember what he did at Pontefract with his famous handball off the line and then taking his shoes off to go off. And taking about 5 minutes to go off before that penalty was eventually saved by Hall. Stockbridge would go on to win that game 1-0 as we wait for this free kick to be taken. Stockton become increasingly frustrated with Stocksbridge taking a bit of time on the ball. But yes, charitably it is time wasting, I will have to admit, as they urge referee to take a bit of a firmer stance on it. Probably about 20 odd minutes away from the full-time whistle, so plenty of time to go in this game. As it's high up there, and Mangum has it. Mangum's going to take a touch here, tries to get past a player here. He's going to spray it out to right, and this will be Ludlam's first touch on the ball as he shoots it forward right, but it's actually the Stock player's got it out, and it's a throw into the Steels as this is their first attack in a while for the away side. Can they go and double their lead here? So throwing goes in, and it's cleared back out. Poor touch there by whoever it was, and it's knocked way back in, but again, Coulthard heads it out. Turner wins that headed back towards, but it's back with Stockton, and they're going to run with it across their line here. Henry there, and eventually it's a bit of a clip there by Goodwin, but no foul, and that is a definite clip by Goodwin and a definite foul. And yeah, that was a definite challenge. I think Goodwin is going. And well, the referee is not happy. Actually, it looks like it's Kevin Hayes who's getting the talking to here. I think maybe he said some words that the referee's not pleased with over Goodwin's challenge there. It was no card for Goodwin. I was a bit surprised by that one because he definitely meant the foul. But it's another free kick and another opportunity for Stockton to create something. It's another boot forward right into the edge of the box area. Headed high up. It's right out. There's another battle, but not better on by Stocksbridge. Back to the Williams. Big ball in. It's aimed towards Roberts, but Hall is going to claim it, and Hall is now down on the ground, holding it. Not injured, but is going to take his time getting back up, it seems. So it's about 69th minute here at Stockton as Hall rolls the ball into the ground, and he clears that up towards the right wing. into the no visibility area, and it's out for a throw-in now to Stockton, as they will be able to get back possession. Stockton having plenty of the ball at the moment as they look to get their equaliser in this game. We will see if they'll be able to get it. Their set pieces aren't coming to much at the moment, but it only takes one, and they're a big physical side, and their defenders have scored plenty. As actually, that ball's just bounced right almost from Mangum, but that is a good awareness there from Nicholson to rob it away, and now it's with Henry here as he runs with the ball, and it goes to King on this right-hand side. Crofts advances, but he's past Crofts, King. And he knocks it out to Hayes on this right, on the halfway line here on the right-hand side. Got Trench in front of him. Going to cut in the middle here. 3 players around him, gets this pass all through, and now to their sub, Nathan Steele, who came on at some point, and I missed that, but to McMulligan on the right, crosses it in. Good cross, it's an own goal! 2-2, own goal there from Lee Cooksey. The North East obviously doesn't agree with him. That is his second own goal of the season, the last one being Hebburn. And actually, there is a problem here for Stockton as one of their players remains in the goal. And it doesn't look like he's getting up at the... Well, he's just about got up. It is now 2-2. It's a good cross from Nathan Mulligan there. And it is knocked into the own goal by Lee Cooksey. An unfortunate own goal. Unfortunate goal from Lee Cooksey there, the number 5 for Stocksbridge. His second own goal of the season. It's the own goal. 5. And I don't think it was his fault. If it weren't for him, it was going to get tapped in there by a Stockton player on that left-hand side. It's now 2-2. Stockton in the ascendancy at the moment. Will they go on and win it, or can Stocksbridge come back and get the goal again? As their Mangum starts on the attack, gets it to Crofts on the left, but it's going to go out here, it seems, for a throw-in to Stockton. Here, about... So yeah, Stockton here, we're throwing right deep in their own half. Stocksbridge will have to regroup here and battle back to see if they can retake the lead here. About 20 minutes to go, I would say, in this one. Plenty of time to do so, but that means also plenty of time for Stockton to go on and get a winner. So plenty to fight for. A very exciting match here in the deep fog here of Teesside. We are not far from the River Tees here. As that ball played forward, Mangum getting forcing it for another throw into Stockton inside their own half. I think you might be, Richard. I don't know what the delay is like for listening this at home. Thank you to everyone listening. It's 2-2 here between Stockton Town and Stocksbridge. A topsy-turvy game, both teams being in the lead. Stockton look to build another attack. They send it down this right way. Here with number 11, Mike Roberts, trying to get hold of it. And he does win it, but he's fouled there. The free kick, and there's a bit of a coming together now between the couple of players. The referee is now stepping in. I would argue the referee's had a good game here. Maybe could have had some bookings out when he hasn't, but it's now a test for him. As some of the Stocks players claiming for an off, I'm not really sure what's triggered the off chance, because I don't think whatever happened was enough for an off. Just trying to look the referee here as there's a bit of movement around me. So just seeing the referee is talking to a few guys over there. It's a dangerous free kick for Stockton right near the byline. He's calling over a player. He's making it. He's going to make a decision. He's off! It's a red card!
Yellow. Second yellow.
It's a second yellow for... I'm trying to see who it was. Trying to see which one. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, we're just a bit of confusion here. We've seen the red go off. We're not really sure what's happening. We're not even sure which player it is. I think it might be Lee Cooksey who's been given the second. Is it number 8? It's gone. There's a bit of confusion here going on. Number 6. It's number 6 then, I believe. I'm sorry, we're just getting a bit of crowd feedback here. Feedback. It's number... We believe it's second yellow. I missed the first yellow because I didn't think the referee had given the yellow. I'll have to check the Stockton Twitter account to see if... Right, but I believe it's the second bookable offence is what we believe for Reece Fielding. It would be a fair booking, but a lot of confusion there on my side. I do apologise for that. So this is a real test now for Stockbridge. They go down to 10 men. As Mulligan takes his free kick here. It's a very good cross. And the header is just wide. It's a glancing header there. And it could have been absolute disaster of a 5 minutes for Stockbridge had that gone in. So yeah, we're just going to wait. I mean, I'm sure I'll get feedback. Oh, thank you. Yes, Kemi would be proud of this. I'm sure he would be. Right, but it's a goal kick now for Stocksbridge. 10 men. It is going to be all hands on deck and a substitution here for Stocksbridge. It looks like as Scott Ruven is coming on for Nathaniel Crofts. Yeah, good. So I'm just getting confirmation. So, yeah, confirmation from the Stockton Media Department. Thank you very much to them. Reece Fielding has got a booking. I think he got a booking in the fog, which is why we missed it. Because, and I think now it might be a bit of hope that the fog may call off the game for Stocksbridge. We may have changed our mind, does it? As Ruffin has now come on, and we are Stocksbridge on the ball here with Mangum centrally. Here, he's going to skew it forward. As he's headed back out though as the pass goes forward, and now Stockton here on the left-hand side. As Stockton are going to attack here. Big ball forward to the left. I think that's gone to Mikey Roberts here on the left. Cuts inside. He's forced out of the box, but now he's passed it here. Can he get to the right-hand side now here with King? Back to Hayes. Hayes looks like he's going to take the shot. He feints, passes it back to King. Good cross in. It could have been a shot, actually, that. And Paul has played it in the goal. It is all hands on deck for the Steels. Down to 10 men. 15 minutes left in this match. This has now suddenly turned into a game where a point would be very creditable. Just trying to see how the team is working now with Fielding off. Because I can see that Ludlam has gone into central defence as the ball skewed actually to the left wing and it's been chased down here by Stocksbridge. But it's been cleared and it's gone to Hayes. Hayes gets a little bit of a trip by Ruven. That's it. I'm just trying to see who's taken this right wing role. Right wing back role. Because Ludlam's gone into central defence. I think it might well be... It's Curtis Turner has moved to right back. So, and now Curtis Turner's test at right back, and he actually succeeds. It's a big clearance back up to the Stockton defence. So I'd say about 14 minutes left in the game. 76 minutes gone. Stocksbridge down to 10 men in this 2-2 game. Reece Fielding being sent off for a book of offence, and that would mean a 1-game ban most likely against Sheffield FC as another boot goes in and another free kick to Stockton. We'll see if they can make something out of this. At 30 yards out, Stocksbridge are doing a bit of hacking and slashing at the moment as they look to try and keep hold of this game and keep hold of a point. It would be a gutting loss after being in the lead, but a nightmare 5 minutes where they an own goal, and it's a good cross that, but headed back out by Cooksey, who'll be marshalling that defence now. Stockton have it now on the left wing. Mikey Roberts is going to try and knock that in. Cleared by Ruffin, but back to Stockton. Kevin Hayes will shoot there. Ruven block. And it's now cleared, and Mang will try and get onto it, but Stockton get the ball, put it right back in. And that ball could have gone to the Stockton attacker, but I think he was offside and he left it. A lot of hoofing, a lot of head tennis. As Cooksey this time headed right down to King. King's going to keep it on the ground though. Hayes on this right wing being a constant danger. He's cut in, he's got the beat to the Trent. Sliding tackle by Trent. Dangerous free kick. And it's almost certainly going to be a booking for Trench on this occasion. That's got to be a yellow, that referee. It's, well, I don't know if you heard that from the fans, but I do agree with it. It surely is a yellow for Michael Trench. That was a sliding tackle with the only aim was to stop Hayes. Referee is chatting to Trench. I will see if there is a decision. And we're just waiting to see if there is a booking. It doesn't look like there'll be a booking for that one. He's keeping his cards in his pocket as Hayes has a great opportunity from this free kick. It's on the right-hand side here. It's perfectly suited for his left foot. Hayes takes it. It's going to that side. Right. Oh, it looked for a while like it was going to curl in that top left, but in the end it curls right into Hall's arms. Keep plugging, Kev. So it's currently... I'd say, about 11 minutes away from the 90th minute. We'll obviously have added time on that from some of the time wasting stuff we did. We'll probably have a bit of that and all. That big boot from Hall is headed back, and Stockton have the ball again. They must be over around 70 possession in this second half. As they advance again through McWilliams. McWilliams with a lot of pace on this left-hand side. He looks like he has the capability to run past everyone, but this time he gets tackled, and that pass forward to Mangum is intercepted. But in the end, it is won back by Goodwin. Now with Ruven, back to Finlaw here. Finlaw holding on to the ball as he advances forward to Goodwin here, and he tries to pass it, but it's right to a Stocks player. They clear, though it does end up with a Stocks man again. And now with Ruven, as Ruven tries to beat his man there, but he's held off and tackled. But that pass ends up going all the way out. It was actually not a rather than Ruven. And there's the Stockton fans becoming increasingly frustrated with this referee. For not happy with the way that Stocksbridge are getting away with a couple of fouls, leaving the foot in occasionally. And it is a throw into Stocksbridge in the attacking half, so it's an opportunity for Stocksbridge. You would think most of the opportunities would come from set pieces as Trench throws that to the byline towards Mangum, towards this sort of blind area where the fans are blocking my view. As Mangum has it, passes it back to Ruven, who, no, not I mean, he holds it back, passes it there, and he's offside there. Ruven was just offside there as he tries to control it enough to shoot. Ruven, he came on for Nathaniel Crofts earlier on in the game. He's one of the second substitutes of this match. Still one more. There are obviously two. Andy Ring, Liam McFadden, and Alex Gunner still on the bench for there, so it depends how Ian wants to play this. One option he could do is bring Liam McFadden on as an extra defensive reinforcement. We know Fads will put his body on the line for this club, as that winner's header is won by Stockton, and Hayes has it on the right wing here. He's had the beating every time, but that's then the bit of pressure from Ruffin forces it away, but Stocksbridge are standing still there as they wait for a foul, and Stockton have just got the ball back and have switched the play. And it's gone right to McWilliams. It's a fantastic switch of play. As McWilliams now has the pace. Tries to beat. Oh, that's a foul there. And it's free kick. It looked like it was going to be on the edge of the box. I was just waiting to see there. And I thought that what really could have been a penalty. So it's a very, very dangerous free kick. Right on the edge of the box, it looks like here for Stockton, for the Anchors. It's a good opportunity to take the lead. They've had a lot of set pieces because of the lots of fouls. Not being able to make much of it at the moment, Stockton, though. Could this be the time where it changes? As there's a bit of shouting here behind the Stockton goal. We wait to see how this free kick goes. He's going to whip it in with his right. It's going to bounce all the way through. It's headed away, and it's in! It's 3-2 to Stockton. The man advantage has gone through. I want to say that was Liam Cook, but I'm going to wait for confirmation from elsewhere. He was a bit into the fog. And it's gone, the game has turned around again. This time it's I have been told it is Tom Coulthard, the goal scorer for Stockton. Look, as I've told you, sometimes in these games, these defenders have scored very well in the last few games especially. And now Stockton are in the lead again, 3-2. Can the Steels fight back with a man less? And now I have to say the fog's got a lot deeper. I can't really see anyone. And I definitely should be called off and definitely a Tuesday night rematch when they're a bit less in form. As the game restarts. So it's here with Stocksbridge on the right side. They are going right forward. Stocksbridge, they look to get right back into this game. Looked like it could have been a foul there, but no. Stockton transition. And Stockton here on the right wing here. They play it forward towards Hayes. Can it beat Trench? No, but it won't beat Ludlam, who knocks it out. And now it's a throw into Stockton. Roughly about 8 minutes left in this game, I would say. As Stockton look to try and get that double their advantage and see if they can really finish this game off. So Hayes has a little bit of trickery there, and he's got past his man. He got followed by two players, barged over by Ludlam, and it's a free kick right on the edge of the area. Hayes too quick for the defence. I have to say, while I will be giving a Stocksbridge man of the match, Kevin Hayes has definitely been the best man on this pitch in this game. He's had the beating of his man every single time. So it's a good opportunity to make it 4-2 for Stockton. You have to say, since they got their equaliser, they have been completely on top. Obviously, the sending off has not helped Stocksbridge at all, and it's just going to be a matter of, can Stocksbridge just look out and get one back as we wait for this free kick. But this could be the end here. This could be the killer. As it looks like Shane Henry is the one who's going to take this. The stocky midfielder known as the Bull hits the bar and goes over, and that really could have been it for this game. Stockton, very impressive second half, and we wait for the goal kick now. We will see what Stocksbridge have up their sleeves. We have seen 10 men come back before to get an equaliser, Got Pacey, Josh Nodder still on there, but it is a very difficult challenge now for the visitors. Hall, big boot up as it's running toward the centre half, and it's knocked forward by Stockton. Wait for Fielding there. He passes it onto the right there, and not Fielding, of course, he's been sent off. Thinking of the wrong person. As Ludlam has missed that header there, but he eventually does hook it away, and it's now back with Stockton into the right back, Lewis King. Chance to pass it back. They call for Kevin Hayes, pass it, who's in plenty of space. He doesn't make the choice, and I just see Hayes doing a shrug of his shoulders there, as it ends up actually all the way back with Callum Roberts. It does make you wonder how crucial some of those saves were by Callum Roberts, especially the one that stopped him across from giving the lead at 2-1, where theoretically Nodder could have made it 3-1 there, but you have to give credit to Stockton for battling to come back into this game and obviously take the lead and take their opportunities. Long throw into end, but McWilliams claims it. McWilliams puts it into the... Well, he tries to clear it out, but it goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Jordan... So it's on the right here, and Turner throws it forward. And actually, the throwing bounces through here. It's with Nodder. Nodder takes a shot, and it's blocked. It shoots out to the right. King tries to get a touch onto it, but he doesn't, but he ends up with their defender anyway. The clearance is blocked, and it's actually going to land with Nodder again here, as Nodder has an opportunity here on the left-hand side. They try to make something, but he's tackled, and it's a throw-in to the Steels. Here, 5 minutes left to go by my estimation. Stockton now look to break here as a misplaced pass has given them an opportunity. They're going over the centre half line. Let's go to the left to Mikey Roberts. Roberts has stopped here, and that has actually stopped the break here. And it's going here to number 12 here, right down to that danger man, Kevin Hayes, on the right-hand side. He's going to be facing. He's seen up here. Yeah, he cuts pass back to Hayes, and the shot is blocked, and it's going to be a corner as Roberts tries to. Actually, I thought Roberts may have got a touch on that. Could have been a goal kick. Bit of a daft thing by Roberts there, but it's going to be a corner anyway. So it's a corner kick. It's going to be a corner kick here for Stockton. I'd say about 4 minutes more in this game left. 3-2 to Stockton here at the Maps UK Group Stadium. Them retaking the lead through a strike after a free kick from Tom Coulthard, and that's a good corner routine. He goes to the end of the ball. They claim for handball off Ludlam. That shot from Henry, and it's not given. It's back to Hayes on the right wing here, facing up with Finlaw. Is it back to Henry? Now to Mulligan here, who's caused so many problems. Takes a shot, skews, and goes just wide of that far post. Hall at full stretch there, and if anyone's going to get another goal here, it looks like it will be Stockton, as Hall prepares to make another goal kick here. Currently 3-2 to the home side of the Anchors. Stocksbridge down to 10 men after a second bookable offence for Reece Fielding. First coming in the fog, so I'm not sure why, and then the second dragging him down. Big boots up, but it's going right to the... Actually, the midfield just missed the header there, so there was an opportunity, but it's cleared in the end, and it will be a bouncing ball as Turner just about clears it away, and it's out for a throw-in in Stockbridge's own half for Stockton on this left-hand side. So it's another opportunity for Stockton here, as Stockbridge don't look like they're going to be able to get all this ball long enough to get an attack going. It's that man advantage is paying its dividends for the home side. So as they pass it, Stockton here. It's a great crossfield ball to Hayes. Hayes, he's only got Michael Trench in front of him here. Hayes, he takes the right-hand side, shoots, skews just wide, side netting. And it's another good opportunity for Kevin Hayes, who has caused absolute torment. So this is around about the time where we normally decide the Stocksbridge man of the match. I want your feedback on this from what you can tell from our commentary, or if you're here listening to us. I would say our man of the match here, for the Stocksbridge man of the match, has been Nathaniel Crofts. He's been fantastic on the ball, got that fantastic goal. Great display. And Stocksbridge here on the attack here, as Mangum holds it up, but his pass out is out to a Stock player, but there's actually a player down for Stocksbridge, so the game has been stopped for a while. So I'm trying to see who's down at the moment. It's difficult to say because I can't see who. I think it might be Ross Goodwin at the moment. See when it goes up, there is Alexander O'Connor, could be a direct replacement for him on the bench. Whoever it was is up now. Yeah, it's just seen another vote for Cross there, so has been a good performance for Crofts. He's doing well on these north-east trips. It's just he's getting the goals up on his trip to the north-east. Just a shame he's not getting the wins at the moment. Well, barring something very, very good. As I say, we're at the 89th minute. Stockton restart the game. They're trying to hook the ball above the defence here. It's an aerial battle. Stockton win it. It's played to Kevin Hayes on this right-hand side. Hayes studs it up against Trench. He hits the cross in and it's headed away by Cooksey, but it's not. But it stays in the ball there, that box, before Finlaw eventually gets it away. And that pass is blocked there from Henry, and Stocksbridge have attempts to counter, but that's quickly cut out too. As there's a bit of head tennis going on at the moment. The head tennis is aimed at Kevin Hayes. He's got it down. Trench is once again beaten there as Hayes cuts in. Hayes passes it, but Cooksey clears. Very good defending from Lee Cooksey there as Kevin Hayes almost gets what would I say be his second assist of the game. Stockton again on the attack here. Hayes gets it onto Mulligan on this right-hand side. Back to Hayes. He's been covered by Finlaw. Knocks it through as he tries to do the 1-2 here, but Steele there in the box. It takes his time. Back to Mulligan on the right. Mulligan will take this cross in. It's cleared there by Goodwin, but it's gone right onto Henry, who now puts it onto the left wing with McWilliams. McWilliams takes a big cross in. He looks like he's going to be over everyone. And actually, it's going to be kept in by Kevin Hayes there. It's not gone out for a goal kick. Everyone thought it had, but Hayes didn't, and he kept it in. So now Hayes is back on this ball on the right wing here. Plays it back here for the number 4, Mulligan, who's had a very good game here. I can't think of a Sox player who's had a bad game, actually. McWilliams passes it back through. But eventually that is intercepted by Turner. And Turner will take his time before clearing it upfield towards their defender. And it's actually gone in the end to Turner again. Turner's moving to a more central position as he's going to advance forward. And a slide tackle, a good slide tackle on him. And it's a throw into Stocksbridge. As Stocksbridge look to attack a little bit more. And that throw in doesn't really do much. As I believe we might be in stoppage time. I haven't seen anything about it. As there's a bit of confusion there between Tension Hall, ball bouncing. Eventually hook clear, but a lively attacker could have probably robbed that. Maybe if it was still 2-1 down, they would have put a bit more into that. But it's now back with the Stockton event. It's gone to Trench here. Trench. So good ball here to Mangan, but it's intercepted right at the last moment. He's going back to Cooksey, but his pass is skewed anyway. And it's full time here. And Stockton win 3-2. Stockton took the lead in the first half with a fantastic goal from Kevin Hayes. But Stockbridge then got the game in their favour. A fantastic goal from Nathaniel Crofts, a similar one to the Hayes one, before taking the lead in the second half through a fantastic through Josh Nodder. However, that's when things started to go wrong for the Steels. They got the goal and up. They got their equaliser. A Hayes cross was put into his own net by Lee Cooksey before they retook the lead in the end with Reece Fielding was sent off for a second bookable offence, and then it was probably going to be a nettle when Tom Coulthard converted after taking advantage of a free kick. So it's 3-2 to Stockton Town here. Stocksbridge Park Steels do not get anything out this trip to Teesside, and we will see you for our next game on the 27th of December against Sheffield FC. It is the Food Bank Drive match. Please bring your food, your money to help out Stocksbridge Food Bank. We'll see you there. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.